Hey guys, it's Megan. Welcome back to my channel. Really quick, I did kind of change up the background mainly because one, my baby girl is downstairs sleeping and we dare not wake her up by any means. So I hope this is okay. I'm using my bedroom lights and natural lighting, so hopefully this is okay. And today I am so super excited because I got my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette in and I'm so excited. I have been literally tracking this. Like, it took 7 days to ship out and I have been tracking this every single day, checking my tracking order. I even literally called my UPS store, like bugging these people to see if it was gonna come sooner, and it finally came in. I'm actually wearing it on my eyes today and I am obsessed with it. Now, really quick before we get started, I wanted to kind of go over, there's been a little bit of a controversy over this palette. I've heard mostly good reviews, but there's been a couple that have been like, kind of not so good. So I want to say that I absolutely love Jaclyn Hill. I think she is so talented, she's so beautiful and everything, but with that being said, obviously I don't know her personally, and I want to give a 100% unbiased review. So with that being said, I definitely want to show you guys with natural lighting. I don't have a fancy camera, I don't have fancy lighting, so I want to show you guys how these swatches look to the everyday consumer like you and I. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go through each row and I'm going to swatch them on my hands, and I'm going to try to make this video as unedited as possible. So please forgive me if there are little, bumps along the way, because I want to show you guys how they swatch, and then I'm going to go through and wipe them off of my arm just so you guys know that nothing's been tampered with, etc. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. The packaging is as such. I'm sure you guys have seen it in multiple videos. I know that there are like millions of videos already out there on YouTube, but if you're like me, I can never watch too many reviews on a product, especially if I don't have it. So I definitely wanted to get this video out there because I am so excited, and also because if you're like me, multiple videos do help, because I know some things can kind of alter how a product looks in terms of, like I said before, fancy lighting, camera, etc. So yeah, so this is what it looks like, and on the back it is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. It has all these cute little logos. It is white and silver, very, very pretty and sleek. The only thing is that this is kind of a cardboard type of packaging, so it could probably get a little dirty if you're not careful with it. And like me, I'm not very careful with my stuff all the time, and when I'm getting ready, especially if I'm getting ready in a hurry, I kind of don't really pay attention to what I'm doing. So that being said, other than that, the packaging is really nice, and when you open it up, you have all of these beautiful, beautiful colors. You get 35 custom shades made by Jaclyn Hill. And then up here, I don't know if you can see, let's get it. This palette is dedicated to all my loving subscribers. And I thought that was really, really sweet, considering Jaclyn kind of goes into detail about how 5 years ago she was struggling to pay her bills, and basically saying that she started from nothing and her subscribers have supported her, and I think that is just so awesome. And again, I think she's super talented, and I was super excited about this palette. But this retails for, I think, $38 in the US. So with that being said, I did use an affiliate link, so I got 10% off mine. I used Jaclyn's code, and what I will do is I'm going to try to link her video where she explains this palette more in depth, and then her Morphe affiliate link will be down there. So this palette is sold out, but I know that they are doing everything to restock it ASAP. So with that being said, you can use her affiliate link, which is what I did. And with shipping and everything, I think my total came out to $41 maybe. Unfortunately, I've heard a lot that if you're in Europe or any, like Canada especially, it kind of comes up to like $100-ish. And now that is unfortunate because this palette should not, in my opinion, be as much for others. For me, I think it was a steal, $40. That's using an affiliate link, that's with shipping, and that's like a little over $1 a shadow. So that to me is absolutely worth it. So hopefully they'll figure out something kind of for their consumers overseas. So with all that aside, let's go ahead and get into the swatches. All right, so in my palette, mine came with a little card here, and it has every single one of the names of the shadows on there. And on the back, it just has this really cute picture of Jaclyn and the palette. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started on the swatches. And like I said, if this is kind of everywhere all over the place, it's because I'm gonna try to not edit this because I want you guys to be able to see how they perform and everything. Now, the colors that I have are the only ones that I've used, and I did not swatch them. I used them with a brush. So, and they blended beautifully. I haven't gotten into the rest of the colors, so I'm super excited to do that. So let's go ahead and start out with the very first row. I'm going to use my card here. The very first color is in light here. I'm just going to dip my finger in it. Super buttery so far. And I'll swatch it right here. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch all of these, and I'm going to show you my whole arm whenever I'm done. The next color is Beam. Let me use this color here. Right there. Next color is Silk Cream. This is the one I used in my crease for a transition shade. Super pretty. This next one is MFEO. Right here. And then this next one is a pinky color. It is called Faint. Ooh, that one is super buttery there. And I know the lighting's kind of off. I'm gonna show you guys more close up when I'm done. All right, so I'm just taking toilet paper here and wiping off. I just have a little bit of water there, and I'm kind of wiping off my fingers, letting them dry because I don't want to give this palette any help. I want to see how they perform on their own. So fingers are clear here. All right, and then the next one is Sissy. Right here. So that one's really showing up so far. And then the very last one in this row is Little Lady. Oh, these are so, so pretty. Okay. So I'm gonna get closer here for you. All right, these are the colors. First one is in light, second is Beam, third is Silk Cream, fourth is MFEO, and as you can tell, this one is a little bit streaky, but still pretty nonetheless. Next one is Faint. Next one is Sissy, and the very last one is Little Lady. Now I'm using natural light, and this is kind of what it looks like on my, see if you can see that a little better, on my hand here. I'm not using anything, just natural light. I have nothing on my arms. I have no lotion on my hands, nothing. So what I'm gonna do now is go through the second row and I'm going to put it on this arm, and I'm going to wipe off my arms and we're going to start over again. So, all right, so the second row here, we're going to start with Creamsicle. Scoot over a little bit more. Right here, very pretty. The next one is Butter. Right there. That one's a tad streaky. Third one is Pooter. There. That one's a tad streaky as well. But all of these, keep in mind, they are very pigmented, and if you've had any sort of experience with eyeshadows and stuff, like for me, I would rather have them a tad less streaky. I know that sounds really weird, but if they are super, super, super buttery, it is often hard to blend them out unless you build up and build up and build up and build up. That's just been my personal experience. So these are like okay so far. All right, so the next shade is called Pukey, and I think the reason behind this particular name is I guess it's like a thing between like her subscribers and she that I guess she always used to call these kinds of shades Pukey colored, and her subscribers supposedly said if you ever make a palette, you should name one of them Pukey. So I think that's why she kind of did that. I'm just wiping my hand off here. Hands clean. Okay. So we just did Pukey. The next one is Hunts right here. This is like a reddish, brownish shade, very pretty. Okay, that one is more buttery, as you can tell. This next one is Firework here. Also super buttery. It's very coppery, a little bit darker than Hunts. And this next one is Queen. Right there, that one, oh, so pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna get up close again. All right, again using natural lighting. First one is Creamsicle. I used this one earlier today in my crease as well. Very, very beautiful yellowy orange color. This next one is Butter, Pooter, Pukey, Hunts, Firework, and Queen. You can see that up close. Like I said, some of them are a tad streaky, but nothing terrible. Honestly, a lot of my other high-end shadows are even streakier than this. So, all right, now let's get into the third row of the palette here. My little card. So the next color right here is called Obsessed. If I can, very, very pretty color there. Next color is SBN. Right there. Definitely a little bit more buttery, pigmented. Next one is Hillster. Very buttery, beautiful color. The next one is called Roxanne. Let's see. Tad streaky. Like I said, nothing that's a huge deal. Next color is Jax. Right there. Oh wow, that one is super, super pigmented. Gonna wipe my hand off here. Start over. Sometimes I wish I had more fingers so I could not have to break in between. Okay. Next one is Buns. Here. Pigmented, but a little streaky. And then this last one is called Cran Apple. Wow, very pretty. This one definitely is super, super, super pigmented. Okay. Wipe my fingers off really quick, and then I'm going to switch sides and go through the fourth row. I'm super excited about this row. Okay, let me scoot over here. All right, so this beautiful purple shade is called Royalty. Okay, very pretty. This next one, oh, this is the one I've been eyeballing for since I ordered this palette, is called Twerk. So pretty. Tad bit not as pigmented obviously as the purple, but still beautiful nonetheless. This next one is Hustle. And this kind of looks like a taupey silvery color there. Very pretty. Next one is called Meeks. Ooh, that's pretty. Very gorgeous. Next one is, let me see where I'm at here, 24/7. All right, very pretty as well. Let me go ahead and wash my fingers off again. These darker shades are going to be harder to get off here. I'm just going through with my little cotton puff because it's taking a tad bit more to get these darker colors off. But again, that's a good thing. Dry my hand off really quick. Let that dry off. Okay. Let's see where we're at here. Okay. Then this next shade is called Chip. Right there. Tad streaky, but still pretty. And this last one in this row is called Mocha. Gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands off really quick, and then we'll finish up with this very last row here. All right, so the very last row that we have, super beautiful. I'm excited to swatch these. I did use this color on my lid here. Super beautiful. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. My eyes are green, and it really makes my eyes like pop. So, but other than that, I have not swatched the other colors in the row. So we'll go ahead and start with this one. It is called Pool Party. Right there. Beautiful. This next one, the one that I used on my eyes, is called Jada. Oh, so beautiful. If you guys can see that. This next one is called Diva. Gorgeous. And then, let me see where we're at. Enchanted. They kind of go from like a blue to like a lighter, a darker green. A little tad streaky, but super pretty. This next one is called Central Park. Right there. You can see that. Gonna wash off my fingers again. We just have two colors left. Okay. And it definitely took some serious makeup remover to get these off of my arm. So, I mean, that's a good thing. That means that your eyeshadow is gonna stay. And so far I've had this on for like, what time is it? About 4. I've had it on for about 4 hours, and it has not. I went in with a light hand and it's still super vibrant, so. All right. This is the very last two. Okay. we have Soda Pop right there. And then the very, very last shade is a black, and it's called Abyss. As you can see that there. Get up a tad bit closer. I realized I'm not getting up close enough for you guys, but hopefully you can see these colors here. Super beautiful. Like I said, some of them are a tad streaky like this one, and they're not quite as buttery, but they're still super, super beautiful. And the ones that I have used so far are super blendable, and it wasn't the kind of eyeshadow where it's so super pigmented. I mean, a lot of these are super pigmented, but sometimes when you put eyeshadows on, it takes forever and ever and ever to blend, and these just like completely melted on. So go ahead and wash off my hand here. All right, so that's it. And really quick, I'm gonna go through all of the colors for you guys. Get my card here. So we have in Light, Beam, Silk Cream, MFEO, Faint, Sissy, Little Lady, Creamsicle, Butter, Pooter, Pukey, Hunts, Firework, Queen, Obsessed, SBN, Hilster, Roxanne, Jax, Buns, and Cranapple, Royalty, Twerk, Hustle, Meeks, 24/7, Chip, and Mocha. Sorry, you can't even see. Mocha right here. Let me do this over again. Sorry guys, this is what happens when you don't edit. All right, Royalty, Twerk, Hustle, Meeks, 24/7, Chip, and Mocha. And then this last row is Pool Party, Jada, Diva, Enchanted, Central Park, Soda Pop, and Abyss. So that's all of the 35 colors. Again, some of them were super, super pigmented, super buttery, and then some of the matte shades that I've noticed are the ones that were a tad more streaky, but they were super, super silky soft, very, very blendable. And honestly, I have Tarte palettes that are close to $60 that aren't as good as this, if that says anything. To my knowledge, they went through a different process with this palette to get the shades as best as they could. And, you know, nobody's perfect. I think she did as good as she could with everything that she had. Again, I have palettes that are more expensive than this that don't perform as well. So I definitely 100% hands down think that the $38 is more than worth it. I've heard a lot of people saying that Morphe, some people were kind of irritated because I guess some of the other Morphe palettes were cheaper and this one wasn't, but I think it was because they went through a whole different process to pack and formulate these particular eyeshadows. So they went through a whole different process, and it did take 2 years. From what Jaclyn was saying, but I think that they're stellar, and I totally think the $38 is worth it. That's a little over $1 an eyeshadow, and like I said, hopefully for their consumers overseas, they kind of figure out cheaper shipping rates, because that's kind of unfortunate. But with all of that being said, I totally think this palette is worth it. I know they are restocking ASAP, and this palette to me is like my ideal palette. Like, I have everything that I need, but the only thing I would say that it is missing is a silver color. I would love to have a silver color because I think it's so beautiful on multiple skin tones. So other than that, this is a total win in my book. And hopefully you guys get a chance to check it out. Again, I'm going to try to link her video down in the description box so you guys can check that out. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you don't mind, please like and subscribe, and comment in the description box down below if you would like to see this look recreated, or if there's any other video suggestions you would like to throw out there. I'm totally open to them. But yeah, I'm super excited about this. I jumped up and down whenever it came in the mail finally. So I'm going to continue to use it. I think it's an awesome palette. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.